If you think cruise ports are all sunshine, steel drums, and souvenir shops, think again. Because in 2026, several of the world's most popular cruise stops are dealing with rising crime, political unrest, aggressive scams, and safety risks that most passengers never hear about. In one of the ports on this list, it's visited by over 1 million cruisers a year, and it's probably already on your bucket list. But here's the good news. None of this means you shouldn't cruise. It just means you need to cruise smart. Today, I'm breaking down 7 dangerous cruise ports in 2026 and exactly how to stay safe at each one. No fear-mongering, no exaggeration, just practical, experience-backed advice you can actually use. Let's get into it. Quick reality check before we start. First, perspective. Cruise ports are not war zones. Millions of passengers visit these destinations every year without serious incidents. But cruise passengers are targets. Why? Because they're time-limited, visibly distracted, often carrying cash, clearly tourists. That combination attracts opportunists. So the goal isn't panic. The goal is preparation. Now let's start with a port that surprises a lot of people. Number 1. Nassau, Bahamas. Yes, Nassau, one of the busiest cruise ports in the Caribbean. Over the past few years, Nassau has seen spikes in armed robberies, gang-related violence in certain neighborhoods, and increased petty theft targeting tourists. Now here's the important nuance. Most cruise passengers never leave the immediate port area. In that area, heavily monitored, security presence is strong. Police patrol frequently. The problem starts when cruisers wander, especially taking unofficial taxis, walking into unfamiliar residential areas, flashing expensive jewelry or phones, getting overly intoxicated away from resort zones. Why this matters? Nassau feels safe. That false sense of security lowers awareness. How to stay safe? Book excursions through your cruise line or vetted operators. Stay within Paradise Island, resort areas, or organized tours. Avoid walking alone after dark. Keep your phone discreet. Don't live stream while navigating unfamiliar streets. If something feels off, it probably is. Now let's move somewhere more controversial. Number 2. Cozumel, Mexico. Cozumel itself is generally safer than mainland areas like Playa del Carmen or Cancun, but in 2026, organized crime activity across parts of Mexico continues to fluctuate, and spillover incidents do happen. Cozumel's risk isn't random violence against cruisers, it's tourist scams, taxi overcharging, excursion bait-and-switch tactics, theft at beach clubs. And here's what catches people off guard. Independent ATV and off-road tours. Accidents and poorly regulated operators have injured cruise passengers who booked outside official channels. Why this matters? The danger isn't crime, it's lack of oversight. How to stay safe? Verify tour operators with strong reviews. Avoid street-sold discount excursions. Confirm taxi fares before getting in. Bring small bills, not large denominations. Keep passports in ship safes unless required for an excursion. Cozumel can be amazing, just don't treat it like a theme park. Speaking of places that feel like theme parks, number 3, Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Jamaica is beautiful, culture-rich, vibrant, but certain cruise ports, especially Ocho Rios, have long struggled with aggressive vendors and opportunistic crime. The biggest issue here is harassment, not violent crime, harassment that escalates into intimidation. You'll hear, "Just come look, special price for you. Where are you from? Follow me." Some vendors are persistent, very persistent, and inexperienced travelers sometimes follow strangers into side streets. That's where problems start. Why this matters? Cruise schedules create urgency. Vendors know you're leaving soon. Pressure tactics increase. How to stay safe? Use firm but polite refusals. Avoid engaging in long conversations if uninterested. Stay in groups. Don't follow anyone offering secret deals. Pre-book excursions to avoid street solicitation. And remember,
confidence deters targeting. Now let's shift to South America.
4. Cartagena, Colombia. Cartagena is stunning. Colorful colonial streets, historic fortresses, incredible food. It's also a hotspot for pickpocketing, distraction scams, unauthorized tour guides. In 2026, tourist-heavy areas remain safe during the day, but petty crime is highly sophisticated. Classic tactics include someone spills something on you, a friendly local points out dirt on your back, a bracelet is placed on your wrist for free. While you're distracted, your wallet is gone. Why this matters? Cruise passengers often carry passports, credit cards, and cash all at once. How to stay safe? Use anti-theft bags or money belts. Don't carry all valuables. Politely decline unsolicited help. Stay in well-trafficked areas. Be cautious with ATMs. Cartagena rewards aware travelers, but it punishes distracted ones. Now here's one people don't expect. 5. Naples, Italy. Yes, Europe is on this list. Naples is famous for incredible pizza, Pompeii access, organized pickpocket rings. Southern Italy has long dealt with petty theft, especially around ports, train stations, and tourist corridors. Cruise passengers heading to Pompeii or the Amalfi Coast are prime targets. Why? Because they're juggling tickets, cameras, bags, maps, phones, and pickpockets thrive in chaos. Why this matters? European destinations create a false sense of total safety. Petty crime is common, violent crime is not. How to stay safe? Keep bags zipped and in front of you. Avoid backpacks in crowded transit areas. Stay alert when boarding trains. Don't place phones on cafe tables near walkways. Avoid unofficial helpers at train stations. Naples is worth visiting. Just guard your stuff like a local would. Now we're heading back to the Caribbean, but this one's complicated. 6. Roatán, Honduras. Roatán has grown massively as a cruise destination, and most cruise passengers spend their day at beach resorts or organized excursions without issues. However, parts of Honduras still struggle with armed robbery, gang activity, and limited emergency infrastructure. The key phrase here is outside controlled zones. Tourist beaches are generally safe. Wandering independently into unfamiliar inland areas, not recommended. Why? Because Roatán feels small and relaxed. That casual vibe reduces situational awareness. How to stay safe? Stick to cruise-recommended areas. Avoid isolated beaches. Travel in groups. Don't display cash. Use reputable transport only. Roatán is incredible for snorkeling. Just don't go exploring randomly. Now, before we hit the final port, if this is helpful, hit that like button so more cruisers see it, and tell me in the comments which ports surprised you most so far, because the last one, it surprises almost everyone. 7. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and certain itinerary substitutes. Now, important clarification, most cruise ships do not dock in downtown Port-au-Prince. They visit private destinations like Labadee. But here's why this matters in 2026. Political instability and gang control in parts of Haiti have escalated dramatically over recent years. While private cruise areas are secured, regional instability can impact excursion availability, emergency response, itinerary changes, port substitutions, and in rare cases, ships reroute due to unrest. Why this matters? Safety isn't just about crime at the pier, it's about geopolitical risk. How to stay safe? Monitor itinerary updates before sailing. Purchase travel insurance. Follow cruise line guidance strictly. Avoid leaving private controlled areas. Stay informed, not alarmed. Now, let's zoom out. Here's what connects all 7 ports. The majority of incidents happen outside controlled tourist zones, during independent exploration, when alcohol lowers awareness, when passengers flash wealth, when they ignore instinct. Cruise lines choose ports carefully, but they cannot control entire cities. Your safety comes down to behavior, not fear. Behavior. Rapid fire. Don't carry your passport unless required. Take a photo of ID documents. Use cross-body anti-theft bags. Keep one credit card separate. Avoid political demonstrations. Limit alcohol in unfamiliar areas. Pre-book reputable excursions. Be back on board early, not last minute. Share your location with someone in your group. Trust your instincts immediately. No debate, no hesitation. Instincts exist for a reason. Cruising is still one of the safest ways to travel internationally, safer than most independent land travel. But safety isn't automatic, it's intentional. The smartest cruisers in 2026 won't be the ones who avoid these ports. They'll be the ones who visit them prepared. And that's the difference between a stressful port day and an unforgettable one. If you found this valuable, subscribe.